Hey everybody, I'm Provost, and today on Provost Park Pass, we're talking about all the cool things of Hollywoodland! Hollywoodland is supposed to take place around the 1930s when the golden heyday of Hollywood was supposed to be booming. The stars were huge, the budgets were huge, and the pictures were magnificent. Look around at the architecture and you'll notice that most of the buildings represent something from the early 1930s to the late 1930s. When Hollywoodland opened in February 8th, 2001, there was only one attraction operating at that particular time. It was called Superstar Limo. Now that ride has some very interesting history. I might make a whole nother video just about that one particular ride. Some people say it's the worst ride that Disney ever did. It was open for less than a year when they closed it. They closed it in January 2002. What did they replace it with?
Nothing.
It sat dormant for 4 years. It was eventually replaced by one of my personal favorites, Mike and Sully's to the Rescue. They couldn't remove any of the track or redesign everything, so they just used a pre-existing track from Superstar Limo and repurposed it for Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue. Monsters, Inc. the ride opened in 2006. The ride itself takes 3 minutes and 34 seconds for you to go through in one little loop. It's a lot of fun though. Look very carefully when you enter the Monsters, Inc. ride on the billboard as you go in. You can see George, who has a sock stuck to him with static electricity just before they call it 2319 on him. Some unique things about this ride are that as you're going through, you'll get a part where some of the doors open up. There's 3 different doors you can do, 3 different scenarios. Number 1, the abominable snowman will open up a door and offer you a snow cone. Number 2, you can see when you're riding Monsters, Inc., at one point you'll come into a room and there's 3 different doors. These are like animated doors that will open up for you to see. There's 3 different experiences you can have. Number 1, the door will open up and you will see the Yeti, the adorable snowman, offering you snow cones. The number 2 door is George, and he has a sock on him, and they call it 2319. And the third one is a monster, I don't know his name, but he's in a child's room and he trips over a skateboard and causes a whole bunch of commotion. So as you ride the ride, see which door opens up for you. If you look really carefully when you're going through this ride, you're gonna enter into Harry Housein's sushi house. You're probably wondering, where's Nemo? He's not that hard to find because if you look right behind Harry Hussein, there's Nemo painted on the wall. One of my very favorite hidden Mickeys is on the ride Mike and Sully to the Rescue. As you go into Harry Hussein's restaurant, if you look out when the windows go out of the restaurant, you see a whole bunch of monsters running by. If you look very carefully, really carefully, you'll see Mickey Mouse, his silhouette, his hands are up in the air and he's screaming as he runs by. It's an amazing hidden Mickey for sure. Now, if you are super lucky, you can get what's called the Screamer of the Day for the Monsters, Inc. ride. They give out one ticket, one Screamer of the Day ticket. If you get that ticket, it allows you to skip right to the front of the line, going through the exit. You can ride the ride as many times as you want. My son Miles was given a ticket, a Screamer of the Day, and every time we went on the ride, there was always everybody would say, "Hey Miles, welcome back Miles." And we probably rode the ride about 30 times in one day, because I mean, like, why not? You can ride as much as you want. The way you get that Screamer of the Day ticket, if you want it, is you have to be the very first one basically to ride the ride that morning. So if you have a magic morning, you want to be right here first, or if the park is opening, come right here first and tell them that's your favorite ride. And if you're the first child to go through, boom, you can get that Screamer of the Day ticket. There's a lot of little fun restaurants in Hollywoodland. One of my favorites is the Award Wieners. That's just kind of fun to say. For my vegetarian friends, there is a sandwich made just for you. It's a portobello Philly made with mushrooms. There are a lot of little shops here to eat and get like smoothies and hot dogs. One of my personal favorites is the Schmoozy Place right here. So right behind me is the Sunset Show Theater. This place kind of breaks my heart because it used to have the Muppet 3D Vision, and I love the Muppet 3D Vision. I go there and watch it all the time. It was so much fun. I'm so sorry, Muppet 3D Vision. Now they use this theater as more of a sneak preview for any Disney movies that are coming out. Another really cool thing here in Hollywoodland is Studio 17 right behind me. Studio 17 allows you to do meet and greets with popular characters. Right now they're doing Black Panther and Wakanda, so you can meet the Wakanda Warriors and Black Panther. Inside the animation station, there's 4 different attractions, Inside the animation station, there are 4 different attractions you can do. Number 1, you can do Turtle Talk with Crush. Number 2, you can do the Sorcerer's Workshop and find out which character you really are. Number 3, you can do the Animation Academy, where you learn to draw a character taught by a real Disney artist. And fourth, you can meet Anna and Elsa in the close-up meet and greet. Right behind me is the animation building in Hollywoodland. Some people call it the animation station. I kind of like that, the way it just rolls off your tongue. And it's very overlooked. Most people don't even go in that building. There's some really cool things in there. Let's go check it out.
Man, these humans are awesome.
Turtle Talk with Crush is just about to begin.
No worries, I'm on my way.
Turtle Talk with Crush is an amazing experience for you, your friends, and your family. It's where you get to go in, talk to Crush, and ask him some questions. It's amazing. They have a hydrophone in the water, so you can ask him all kinds of questions, and he can hear you.
What's your show made out of?
Oh, it's made out of what you humans call bone and keratin. Makes it really hard to bite into if you're a tiger shark.
Plus, keep a sharp eye out. You might see other characters from Finding Nemo and Finding Dory in the show. Inside the Sorcerer's Workshop, there's all kinds of cool things. One, you can make a diorama of a drawing and see it move. You draw that, then you put it in one of these things, and you spin it around, and it looks like it's moving. It's a really cool effect. But that's not the best part of the Sorcerer's Workshop. I'm gonna show you that part right now. Come on. Right now, I'm inside the Beast Library. It's one of the coolest things they have here in Disney California Adventure, in my opinion. I love it. This is where you come into, answer some questions, and it'll tell you which Disney character most resembles you. Also, you can see it's kind of dark right now because the Beast is in charge. The library will change. It gets bright and happy when it's the prince, and it's dark and gloomy when it's the Beast. You can stay in here and watch that transformation. Okay, let's see who I am.
It is with the greatest pleasure that we will now show you which Disney character is most like you. 3, 2, 1. You have a problem. Would you rather talk it out with friends or think it through in your...
I talk it out with my
Do see
friends.
yourself-
More imaginative. Wait to see what happens.
You are lively, curious, and the life of the party. Your interests are wide-ranging, which you often pursue with many unique friends. You are most like Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
There
Mouse.
you have it.
Another really cool thing is Animation Academy. Don't worry if you don't have any art skills, it doesn't matter. Check it out, come on, let's go. The Animation Academy is a drawing class where you get taught to draw a character by a true Disney artisan? I don't know what that word is.
Lightly just squishing it outside of my rectangle. It's just the guideline. Inside your rectangle. The thing doesn't have a great relationship with those bees because they don't want it to make its nest.
Every half hour they do different characters. I would love to learn to do Edna or Sully, Mickey Mouse. Sully's probably my favorite. The last thing you do in the Disney Animation Station is a meet and greet with Elsa and Anna. Guardians is 183 feet tall, making it the tallest attraction in all of Disneyland and DCA. It is also one of the tallest buildings in all of Anaheim. You can see it from the 57 freeway when you're driving by. It's so tall. Okay, stay with me. This is kind of crazy. There are 3 different shafts in that particular ride. Each shaft has 2 different cars that go up and down. Now pay attention, when you first get in the ride, your car is backing up. That's pushing you into the elevator shaft to go up and down. While you're going up and down, the other car is pushed forward and loading and unloading people. So it's always continuously moving back and forth. Each car can hold 21 people. Right now is currently the 1-year anniversary of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Before Guardians of the Galaxy, it was the Tower of Terror. When you write Guardians, there are 6 different songs and 6 different scenarios. Plus, there's a bonus Halloween scenario from mid-September to the end of Halloween. So there's actually 7 scenarios. So inside you'll be able to see the collector's collection. Also, there are 2 levels of loading. There's an upper level and a lower level to load for each particular shaft. Keep a sharp eye out because a lot of these things in collections, they are moving around. You'll never know what you see. Here's a little bit of trivia for you. The Game Master and the Collector, they're brothers. So if you keep a really sharp eye out, sometimes you can see them playing games. There's like little depicted paintings of them playing games together. Inside the Hyperion Theater, you can see a live production of Frozen. It's amazing. It lasts for about an hour, so keep that in mind. If you have a little one who's a little bit maybe, let's say, Hyperion and doesn't want to sit still, they might not want to sit there for the full entire hour. Inside the theater, there are 3 levels. You have orchestra, mezzanine, and the balcony. So depending on which time you get in line, you'll get at different levels. If you want to be the lower level, that's the orchestra level. Ask for orchestra and line up early. When Hollywoodland first opened up, it was called Hollywood Pictures Backlot. That's what they called it. And as you would enter in, it had these 2 giant pillars, and on top of the pillars there are 2 elephants, and on top of the elephants was an archway, causing a huge archway into the land. When they did the redesign for Hollywoodland, they got rid of the elephants and the archway, but they kept the pillars that the elephants would stand on. Right behind me is Disney's Junior Dance Party. This is a place that you really want to go if you have little tiny toddlers. Think of it more like almost like a nightclub for little kids. They got dancing, things fall out of the ceiling, and all centers around meeting Mickey Mouse. It's a lot of fun. If you have little ones, you need to come to Disney's Junior Dance Party. Behind me is a stage here in Hollywoodland. This is a stage where a lot of people can perform. They have a lot of high school groups, dance groups, marching bands, and they'll come perform here. It's pretty cool to see all the different performing groups here performing in Disneyland California Adventure. Hollywoodland has lots of really cool character meet and greets. For example, you can meet almost every Marvel character. Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, Loki, they all come here, Black Widow. They come around here on the streets and roam around. Right behind me is where Captain America will do a lot of his photos and meet and greets with his fans. Which particular superhero is in Queens, New York? Well, Spider-Man, of course. And if you look closely, you can see all kinds of things about Spider-Man. And right behind me is the entrance into Spider-Man's apartment. Now, when you come to one of these meet and greets, the lines can get quite long to meet one of these characters. Don't worry though, the lines go fast, and the characters really will interact with you and talk with you. It's a lot of fun, so I highly recommend doing that. If you like collectibles, you really want to come to the Off the Page shop. They have some amazing stuff. Check it out. Sometimes when you come into Off the Page, they'll have artists sitting right here drawing, and you can buy their sketches. Well, there you have it. Trivia and facts about Hollywoodland. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a lot of fun to make. So, if you haven't, I would like you to go ahead and subscribe right here. Go ahead, hit that little button, subscribe. Become a Park Pass Pro. I just want to say thank you to all the other people who have subscribed. You guys are like family and friends to me. Thank you for being so kind and positive. I really appreciate it. I love your comments. You can watch a video here, here, and here if you want to. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, type in the comments down below and I'll get to it. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic week. I'll talk to you later.